Hi, my name is Samira Garcia, and my topic of the project is on how finding a job has become a lot more difficult than it was ever before. Many of us have experienced at some point of our lives what it is to be unemployed, and we all know how difficult the struggle might be. For some of us, it might be a lot more difficult depending on our finances, our bills, and if we even have children. Three factors that influence on how job searching has become a lot more difficult is the age, your gender, and your qualifications. When referring to gender, companies do become sexist. Although it is discriminating and against the law, a lot of companies look for a specific gender depending on what the position is requiring. For example, construction or warehousing. Those type of positions seek for male employees. Why male employees? Because they feel that male employees are the ones who will be able to meet the requirements of the job, such as weightlifting and a lot of physical activity. Women look more for in-office jobs because since they are the weaker sex, they believe that women should be working indoors. Although it has decreased, 97% of men chief executives are the ones running today's country's largest companies. Some positions are dealt with better according to the gender. For example, a position with high authority might suit better for a male just because they believe that males are able to deal with stress better than women. Women fit more into positions such as salesperson and a lot of socializing and speaking to the public. The second factor is age. Age plays a huge role. Young people tend to find jobs a lot easier. Why do they tend to find jobs a lot easier? The typical teen job is the mall, restaurants, and jobs that have a lot of flexibility. Middle-aged people look forward to obtaining a job from a larger company that offers security in their position, offers benefits for their family, so it makes them have less choices of where to work. Middle-aged people right now have the highest rate of unemployment. Between the ages 45 to 60 is when they should be at their prime earning in their lives. Unfortunately, 3.5 million of middle-aged people are the ones with the long-term unemployment, and that is for the same reason, that they look for jobs that fulfill their needs and requirements when it comes to their homing and their finances. Many young adults don't have the same financial issues that middle-aged people have. Middle-aged people have their bills and their kids that they need to take care of. Qualifications. Qualification is the last factor. With qualifications, you are able to control this factor. You can learn how to acquire skills, which makes it a lot easier to improve your qualifications when you are wanting to get hired by a job. Sometimes companies don't like to hire overqualified people for the reason that they might ask for a higher raise or their job fits too much the description requirements. Some companies look for less experience, and so they're able to pay them less. A lot of times companies look for the less experience to give them a set salary, and then they'll be able to train those less experienced. And then that way they can keep paying that same employee for the same amount of money, and they won't have to give them such a raise, and they'll be doing less for more money. They'll be getting paid less for more job duties. Also, underqualifying is also a bad factor. That will make the company look bad. So depending on what company they do, if you are underqualified, they will not hire you. Some companies feel that you might not be able to work under pressure or at the fast pace of the job environment. Here are a few graphs of of the unemployment rates. Here in this graph, it shows the unemployment among 45 to 64-year-olds. Here, if you see, you can see how in 1990 the unemployment rate wasn't as high as it was in 2010. These are all for middle-aged people. Here in this small graph, it also shows how middle-aged people were longer unemployed than younger aged people, young adults. Here is the percentage of the total unemployed in each group who have been out of work for 27 weeks or more. In this small graph, it also shows how the middle age is the one with the higher percentage. In this graph, the percentage is of the total unemployed in each group who have been out of work for 52 weeks or more. In this graph, it also shows on how middle age is still with the highest percent. In this graph here, it shows the unemployment rates among women and men. Women show that they are now the highest rate of unemployment. Compared to men, it's not as high. The reason why it's not as high is because women go seek for jobs that are indoor, that pay a steady salary, and men are able to acquire jobs such as general labor or short-term jobs. This picture shows the union group in California that's on strike for jobs. Many people are just seeking to find work, and the older you get, the harder it can become. Thank you. And this here is my audience.